Hello, YouTube. I haven't made a video in a while. I caught another cold. This one knocked me on my ass. I was barely smoking my pipe. Summer cold. It's not summer yet, but I call it a summer cold. Winter's fucking gone. Jesus, how long? 30 seconds before I drop an F-bomb. Oh well. Got some coffee. There's a cat. Right, there's a cat. His name's Fat Guy. Aren't you? I'm on a selfie stick. Here's the desk. Oop. The laptop's out. See that? And the laptop and computer that I'm working on. Coffee. Yeah, here's Cat. Hey bud, are you fat? Get in there. He's a fat guy. The empty lot. We'll do a tour. Sunshine. Empty lot on the hill. Yeah, block the sun. Not working? Kinda. You know, there's deer up there and shit. You know, the weather's nice. It's nice back here today. Friday. Don't ever wear your hat like this, it makes you a douchebag. Ten Russians. 10 Russians. Ambo? You always tell the ambulance. Oh, that's an ambo. Could be a fire truck, but they're not usually that loud. Near the engine. Could be a fire truck. You can always tell the cops because they never have their sirens on. Just beep beep, beep beep, to get through the intersection. So this is gonna be a different video because some big shit's going down here in Canada the next few weeks. I want to talk about it. It's marijuana is going to be legal in Canada at a federal level. You can walk down to the corner store and buy yourself a bag of weed. Take it home and do whatever you want with it. I wonder what they're going to do with all them poor guys in prison on possession charges. I wonder, I should look that up. It's not like it is. I know in the US it's different. It's going to be different. That's what I want to talk about. It's going to be different here in Canada than it is in, say, America. So I know that there's a lot of you guys are in the US, and a lot of you guys aren't. And I know that too. But I know in America, I'm going to try to use the equivalent levels of government. Canada has 3 levels of government: municipal, provincial, and federal. Okay, we have councillors, which is your city. We have what is it? Member of the Legislative Assembly, an MLA, and that's your provincial. That's provincial level. And then you have an MP, which is a member of Parliament, and he's your federal guy. Right, so 3 levels of government. I'm not sure how. I think it's similar in the U.S., but you have different terms. If I'm not mistaken, the way the laws work in America, it would be at what you guys call a state level. So you guys also have in America there's, the city, municipal, and then you have your states. But I don't know I think that's a governor in America. And then you have, I don't know what you guys have for your Congress. Is that what your Congress is? I don't know. See, Canada has Congress too. It's all fucked up. But you got guys that represent your city, you got guys that represent your province, you got guys that represent, federal. The one guy, I guess, But it's kind of complicated how it works. I'm not going to get into the government discussion, but my point is that in the U.S., it's legal. It's not legal at a federal level. I'm doing a lot of reading on it. I'm not for or against it. If anything, I think liquor should be illegal. I'm totally against alcohol. I don't drink. I'm an alcoholic. It nearly killed my father. It nearly killed me countless times. It destroys lives. It's poison. It's toxic. It destroys. Not only does it affect you, but it affects all the people around you who care about you. So I have no fucking tolerance for liquor. I know there's a lot of you people out there that probably, think the same as I do. If you can drink sociably, that's good for you. I have no problem with that. But you come to my house and you get drunk and you make a fool of yourself and you act up, you get mouthy and you break shit, then there's a problem. Be grateful that I punch you in the face before you kill yourself or somebody else. But, I don't bullshit about it. I've used it my whole fucking life. Right to this day. Recently, I realized that I was doing it wrong all those years. And I got into what's called edibles. Just want to give you my view on all of this. Do I think it has medical benefits? Absolutely. Do I think it cures cancer? I have no idea. I have no proof. I haven't read anything. It doesn't matter what Facebook says or these fake sites, fake news sites say. But I'm a cancer survivor. I've been treated for cancer twice. And I've been butchered, I've been poisoned, so it ain't no joke. And when people go out there and say that, oh yeah, man, it cures cancer, they should make it legal, and just for an excuse for you to get high, don't hide behind my fucking disease because you want an excuse to get high. Just come out and admit it. It's like, hey, you want to sit down, drink a few beers with your buddies, get a buzz on, have a good time, that's fine. I don't do that. I used to. I miss it big time. But you want to sit down and, smoke a joint or eat a cookie or whatever, then fine. I'm not going to lie about it. Governments bullshit you all about it. I've been doing some research on there's this documentary series called Zeitgeist. There's 3 of them. You should watch them. It's all about it's like conspiracy theories, but man, the facts that got her, it just makes you think, wow, right? And they talk about, legalizing drugs and why some were legal and aren't illegal. Anyway, it's going to be legal in Canada at a federal level. I think that's great. It's about fucking time. Does it have medical benefits? I'm sure it does. I even talked to my doctors about it and they completely agree that it does. They found a whole group of receptors in your brain that are sensitive to the cannabinoids and the oils, the CBDs. But the only thing is that I take a lot of pills. I take so many pills in the morning, I'm full. So my doctor would never say, You know, like, hey man, write me. I don't go to my doctor and say, write me a prescription for weed. Fuck, if I want weed, I can get it anywhere. I can go to an illegal dispensary. We have illegal dispensaries set up. You can go into the corner, down in the strip mall. Here's, you know, Tasteful Buds. You walk in there and the guy sells you fucking weed. All he needs to see is, you know, a prescription from your doctor, or if you're a caretaker of somebody, or you walk in that you show them a bottle of anti-anxiety medication, they'll sell it to you. But they're all illegal because it's not legal yet. The only way you can get it is through Health Canada. Have it mailed to you. That's the only legal way to do it. Health Canada spells it marijuana with an H, not a J. Anyway, I've been doing it long enough and I know enough about it that all the stigmas out there is fucking bullshit. And it's pissing me off. And now where it's going to be legal in a few weeks, you know, you see all these people going, no, it leads to harder things, and no, it doesn't. What leads to harder things is personality, okay? People that abuse substances are self-medicating. It's not the substance that makes them lead to something else. It's up here. They're head sick. To find out what the root of your problem is and why you want to try to forget. Shit makes you happy. You know, you can be addicted to food, sex, drugs, alcohol, music. You know, fuck anything that makes you feel good. Okay. Grabbing assholes on the bus and beating the shit out of them. Hey, you know what I mean? That can make some people happy too. But a doctor's never going to say to you, okay, you got a prescription, I'll give you a prescription for weed. I don't know how much I don't know what dose you should take, or, you know, how often and how frequently, so here's a bag of weed and some papers. No fucking doctor in his right mind. That's not medicine. That's an excuse. But there's studies that have been done in other countries. I watched a documentary and was doing some reading about in Israel how they were treated for different diseases, and they were extracting the cannabinoids, the oils, no THC, not the active ingredient that makes you high. They take the other ingredients and they measure it. They put it in capsules and they give it to you orally in doses, and then they monitor you and they see the benefits. That's how you practice medicine. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be legal here. That's awesome. Gonna be kind of crazy for a while, I'm sure, but you know, at least you're not gonna go out and get drunk, start fights and all this shit. You're gonna, you know, you'll get high. Some people might get paranoid, their heart might race. You know, there's downsides to it, like everything else. It lowers your blood pressure. You know, it can make you dizzy and stuff like this. You know, if you don't know what you're doing, but it's all psychological. Pretty much talk yourself down. You know, but I discovered by doing what's called decarboxylation, is where you heat it to activate the psychoactive ingredients, and then infuse it into butter, and then make cookies. It's a whole new world. You're not putting any foreign substances in your lungs. I don't inhale this shit. I don't inhale this shit at all. I push it up my nose. But, you know, doctors, same thing. Doctor's not going to tell you to smoke weed. You know, they do, but I don't think they should. But now it's going to be available recreationally. So that's great. It's supposed to be for July 1st. I don't know how it's going to work, and every province is going to be doing it differently. The difference between the U.S. is, I think, that it's legal at a state level, but you can't put your money in a bank because all the banks are federal. If you put your money in a bank, you get busted for money laundering. It's like, what the fuck? You know, so all these guys, the dispensaries, got all these millions of dollars locked up in garbage bags and buried underground and stuff. You know, it's kind of funny. Anyway, if you're for or you're against it, that's fine. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it medically or recreationally. Okay, if liquor's acceptable at a recreational level, then that ruins fucking people's lives big time. Okay, and you guys out there, you guys or gals who, you know, smoke weed, eat cookies, or eat whatever and do this shit, and I know there are lots of you out there, some people just don't want to admit it, but everybody who's done it, you all fucking know exactly what I'm talking about. Right? Christ, I'd go get drunk, I'd wake up and fucking I woke up in Toronto one time, I got drunk, passed out, blacked out, not passed out, I just don't remember what happened. The next thing you know, I'm in Toronto. Okay, it's like fucking 1,000 kilometers away or something, stayed for a week. I've had my face, I have fractured eye sockets, broken fucking teeth. Okay, I broke every bone in both my fucking hands from fighting drunk. I never said I won. Alright, but you know what I mean? And you smoke a joint or eat a cookie, worst thing that happens is maybe you eat too many potato chips and binge watch too much Netflix, you know? That's the worst thing that could happen. Really. I've even talked to many doctors about it. I've talked to psychiatrists about it. I've talked to general practitioners about it, and they all agree. You know, they don't want to promote it or go for or against it, but they know there's medical benefits out there, and they know that liquor is much worse on your body than this shit, unless you're smoking it. Decarboxylation, that's the secret. Anyway, so that's where I've been. I've been sick. Still got this cough, man. Check that out. I got 2 registers, and I'm building an ALU, arithmetic logic unit I'm working on now with 7400 series logic chips, and it's working. Anyway, that's where I've been. Weather's getting nice. A friend of mine from my other videos, you see me where I ran into this woman that I was crazy about, and things didn't quite work out for us, and we tried to pick up with where we left off 20 years and didn't work out, so we're kind of talking again and seeing how things go. This isn't just any woman. This is the one that, you know, my whole life I always thought about. Feel different. It's been going on. Sitting out back watching for deer, hummingbirds, that kind of shit. Anyway, that's where I've been. And that's what's going on in my world. Alright. Thanks for watching. See ya.